I have said, I sat with Rigathi Gachagua in Annex, Harambee Annex House, on Harambee Avenue, opposite the office of the president, which is the office of the deputy president, when he was deputy president, as he directed police officers, senior police officers, who are still alive and in this country. Some are retired, but they are still alive in this country. And he directed them not to interfere with the goons that were being mobilized by 2 members of parliament from Embakasi, who are out on bail. The preemptive court orders they go and get.
Anticipatory
bail. Anticipatory bails they go and get from our judiciary. So that they are not investigated on their mobilization of the goons who are mobilized to go and steal Mamangina's sheep in Ruiru. It's not the first time I'm saying it, Ibrahim.
Yes, you have said it, and you repeated it yesterday.
And I repeated it, and I will repeat it.
You repeated it yesterday, that you are actually...
Ibrahim,
I
have challenged, and I said it yesterday, I have challenged Rigathi. If anything I have ever said about those incidents is untrue.
But
have you ever heard him deny?
No, he hasn't.
So
but
why are you
your
admission,
I'm not defending him.
Why are you denying for him?
I'm not denying for him.
Let the culprit deny.
I am putting you on the spot because your own admission that you sat in a room in which Rigathi Gachagua, or in which plans to invade Northlands was made.
And I have said it as on record.
Then
Ibrahim,
what does that make you?
I have said it. I have said it on record. That incident was duly reported to DCI. That is why those 2 members of parliament were being investigated.
Yet Rigathi Gachagua himself,
all they did when the investigations began was run and get anticipatory bails and stop DCI from investigating them.
Yet Rigathi Gachagua,
just like you have seen...
Mheshimiwa Kimani, yet Rigathi Gachagua, the man you had say this, or at least who planned this from his own office, has never been arrested. Is then the IG or the police failing Kenyans? And second, let's start with that.
I'm not a policeman, but at least
you're the leader of majority.
I can bet how the police operate. Because the information that was there, first, there are the people who actually mobilized the goons to storm Uhuru Kenyatta's land in Ruiru. And they are known. 2 members of parliament. Relax. Don't be in such a rush to defend criminals. When we adduced evidence to DCI, they have somewhere they have to begin the investigations from, by getting the people who have directly been named. I have statements with the police.
You have recorded statements?
I have statements with the police, with the DCI, naming Rigathi Gachagua and the people who are in that room, and saying, if you want to investigate, these are the people to investigate. Because as a responsible citizen and leader in this country, if I sit with you here and I hear you planning to commit a felony, the best I can do is to inform the authorities, but I cannot arrest you.
Exactly.
He was a deputy president, mind you, that time.
But he has been out of office for close to 2 years now.
So do you want me to go and arrest him?
So the question is, the police have not arrested him 2 years down the line.
So why don't you call the DCI here and ask them?
How the police failed the country from where you sit?
I have told you, and I repeat, when they began the investigations, the criminals who were named and who are where the investigation were to start went to court and got anticipatory bails to stop the police on their tracks.
This is
so
what
how do you jump from the first culprits and jump to their sponsor? You first get the people who mobilize the goons, then you go to the sponsor.
What role were you playing?
There has to be a trail.
What role were you playing in the office when this discussion was being had? The discussion about invading...
I explained this if you watch my show on Obina. And I said, Rigathi called me that day to his office. The president was out of the country, and he told me that, you know, what I had told you last weekend is actually what is happening. These demonstrations, this is the Sufuria demonstrations of 2023. And he said the person sponsoring these demonstrations is Uhuru Kenyatta, and we must stop him. I had explained that Saturday I flew with Rigathi Gachagua to Kianyaga Boys these are public records. You can go to his pages and you see, we were in Kenyatta Boys that Saturday, where he went to school. And when we disembarked from the chopper and we rode in the same car to the function, he told me, he gave me a script on what, as we would ordinarily do when we are going to a public rally. He says, you know, in my position, there are certain things I cannot say. So I want you to warn Uhuru Kenyatta. And that clip is there. Me speaking about cautioning Uhuru Kenyatta that if...
Let us play that clip.
You can play it if you have it.
Jackie, on 23rd March 2023, indeed at Kenyatta Boys High School in Kirinyaga County, Kimani Ichung'wah made these remarks.
Sisi wa Kenya wa hapa Mount Kenya tuko na maswali mingi ya zile mashamba kubwa kubwa mumejishikia, tukianzia na hapo Thika Road Nairobi, hapo Ruiru. Kabla hatujaenda Taita Taveta, kabla hatujaenda Nakuru, mali ya Mkenya ikivamiwa, hata hizo mashamba zenyu tutazivamia, na wenye hawana mashamba wapate mashamba Kenya hii. Musifikiri ati wananchi wa kawaida ndio watapoteza mali. Even you will pay a price if you continue to instigate violence and bloodshed in this country. And that is my message to none other than Uhuru Kenyatta, the sponsor, sole sponsor, singular financier of Azimio and the mercenary that is Raila Odinga.
And indeed, 4 days later,
exactly,
the property belonging to Uhuru Kenyatta was attacked, 27th March. And here you say, hata mashamba zenu tutazivamia. Inclusive.
And that's what I was explaining to you, Ibrahim. It's good, very good that you had that clip, because that is the clip I was going to talk about. That when I say that Kirinyaga having gotten that script from none other than the person who occupied the office of the deputy president, and he said he has credible intelligence. And of course, I am not a consumer of intelligence myself, but the president and the deputy president do get intelligent briefs. And he was very assertive that we need to warn Uhuru Kenyatta, and you need to set the stage for me. I'll speak about it. If you listen to what he spoke there, he never said anything about it. That is how cunning this man and dangerous this man is. So when he called me the following week to his office and now he had the security people in his office, and he called me in when they left and told me I have directed these people to keep off. Apparently there was a small, I don't know the name of that place, there's a small police post around that area. And he knew, he told me there are only, I think, about 4 AP officers at Peponi School or Brookside, inside the farm. And the police post that is opposite the farm, he has directed the police bosses to remove all the policemen there and bring them to town, apparently to quell the demonstrations in the CBD. And he shared that with me, and I told him, Mr. Deputy President, what you are doing is wrong. First, based on what you told me to say in Kenyaga, it will look like I am the one who is organizing goons to go in.
It actually still looks like you're the one.
Yeah, exactly. And therefore, I told him, I do not agree with what you are doing, and you shouldn't do it. So he told me, no, you relax, I'll handle it. I'm now the one in charge. And you know, Rigathi would tell us at the airport when the president leaves, when we see the president off, sasa paka ameondoka, sasa ni panya watawale. And I told him, remember, Rigathi, there is something you told me to say, and you never said anything following what I said, because you had to follow that script with something else that you had promised to say. And now, if you do this, it will look like I am the one who has organized this. Please do not do it. And if you do this as deputy president, I want to promise you that you're also not safe. Had Kibaki done what you want to do to Uhuru Kenyatta, to Moi, the same would have been done to him or to his family by his successor, Uhuru Kenyatta. And if you do this to Uhuru Kenyatta, a day will come when you're not in office. I didn't know he would be impeached by then. And the same could happen to you. And this is a culture that we must never have in this country. Because if you look at countries that have taken that route, and a good case example is Zambia, our neighbors here, it never comes to an end. True. And therefore, we agreed in principle that he wasn't going to do it until I saw it on social media on the fateful day
On the 27th
when
of
people
March,
are buying
2026.
sheep on the road. And I call him. Again, anybody can go through my phone records.